Stop trying to reward people with what you think they should want. All right. So the reason why I wanted to talk about this, right, is because I was watching a clip of Will Smith, right, and it was I think it was an old Red Table Talk, him and Jada, whatever, and they was talking about her 40th birthday party, and she was supposedly like depressed around the time she was turning 40 and all of this, and so he got this great idea to throw her a big party with all the celebs there, and have Mary J. Blige come to the house and perform and all this shit, right? And long story short, I think it actually made it worse, right? But so she, like, one of her responses in this video at least was that this was for his ego. He did all of that for his ego. Now, you might hear that, certain people might hear that and say, well, she's ungrateful and all this shit. No. Because he even admitted, like, he assumes that she would want that. You know what I'm saying? Like, he was assuming he knew what she was going through. He was assuming that, this big extravaganza would solve the problem. See, and that's the difference. That's where the disconnect comes in between men and women. Is men, we try to solve everything, right? That's how we are. We are literally wired to do that, right? And of course, it doesn't always work out for between men and women. I can tell you, I've definitely done that before. I'll probably still do it if I really stop and think about it. But it all boils down to, like, us thinking that our women want what we want them to want. And like I said, it happens all of the time. Like, of course I'm not going to give specific examples, but I do know of examples of people that I know where their spouses will do a certain thing for them, and it'll be nice, right? It'll be nice stuff. They'll even appreciate it. But the thing is like, they still feel like it's intrusive on them, right? And like I said, I'm not trying to give specific examples here, but see, like I said, that's a mistake that we make. And I'll use another example, right? Because terrible phone holder here. But so I'll use another example, because I was listening to shout out to the homie K Sagan, right? I was listening to one of his videos, and he gave a great example of this. Is when a lot of these guys will set up a huge public proposal, like in a mall or something, and or in a mall food court or something. Like, you've seen the videos online, right? And they'll set up this whole extravagant, public proposal, and they think the woman is just gonna love it, and it's just gonna be this big moment that she's just really gonna appreciate, and I'm gonna make her my wife in that moment. I'm gonna take her off the market, and I'm gonna make her mine, right? And a lot of these dudes, they get, like, savagely turned down, right? And that's a prime example of somebody who is expecting their woman to want what they want them to want, right? When you haven't even, like, I'm quite sure they haven't even had a conversation, of, do you, like, I want you to be, or do you want to be my wife? Do you want to spend the rest of your life with me, right? And so, um, you know, it all boils down to like you being attached to your vision for this person, right? Even if it's somebody that you've been in a relationship with for years, right? You have your vision of who you think this person is, or what you think this person would or should want, right? And I mean, I get it. Sometimes it's not easy when you got somebody who isn't very vocal about what they want. Like, your first thing, your first default is to just guess a lot of times, which is obviously not good, right? But, you know, you still going off of, what your vision is, for this person. And a lot of times you can do a lot more damage than good, because we always go into it with the best intentions, right? I want to see this person smile. I want to see this person happy. Well, that's the problem. You want to see this person smile. You want to see this person happy. This person wants to deal with whatever they're dealing with. This person might want some space. This person might, might want to get out of the relationship. It just doesn't know how to tell you. You know what I'm saying? Like, ask me how I know. But but that's real life, right? Like I said, you have to detach from your vision of what you think this person should want, or who you think this person is, because we all have our own psychology, right? We all have our own ways of thinking. We all have our own influences, especially depending on how old you are. If you've had, a decent amount of life experience, before you come together with a certain person, then that life experience is going to shape you into who you are right now. And that's something that a lot of people really don't they don't respect that thought, that this person's life experience didn't start with you. They went through a lot of stuff before y'all came together. So all of that stuff has shaped this person into who they are today. So you are dealing with all of their past, you know what I'm saying, as well as their present, but all you are doing is looking at the future and the result that you want in the future, man. And the result that you want in the future doesn't line up with who that person is right now and who that person has been throughout their life. So that's something that you really got to think about. I'll admit, especially mainly us guys, like we really got to consider that. Because like I said, we just have this future-based vision, that we like, I could just really see a life with this person. And I did this shit in 6th grade. I'll tell you that story one day. I did this shit in 6th grade, and I think that's what really I still have my moments where I messed up, but I think that's what really opened my eyes in 6th grade. So I learned early. Luckily, I learned early. So anyway, hopefully this helped you. Let me know in the comments below if you've had a similar situation to this, where someone expected you to want a certain outcome, a certain future that you weren't really even interested in. Like I said, I could give examples. I could really give examples, but I don't want to put anybody's business out there. I really don't. At least not the professional side of me. He doesn't want to. But yeah, so I can't give specific examples, but I've witnessed this on many occasions where, you know, one spouse has you know, given or gifted their, you know, significant other something that they weren't even asking for. Like I've seen situations where one particular individual made plans for the other's birthday, and it wasn't even plans that the spouse that was having the birthday, it was not plans that they wanted. Like it was plans that, you know, the other spouse wanted, you know, and it was their spouse's birthday. You know, I've seen situations like that. Like I said, I can't go into too many details, but but anyway, like I said, if you've been through a similar situation like this, or you've made this mistake before, you know, and if you're feeling brave, share it in the comments below. Anyway, talk to you next time.